And another place, the president spoke this week, Sunday, big event there in Arizona, the Charlie Memorial. About, 300,000 people showed up, and I thought this was a bright spot here in our troubled nation. Charlie's widow got up there and said she forgave his assent, which is, thank you, yeah, we can applaud that. And then Trump offered a rebuttal. He said, I hate my opponent and do not want what's best for them. Got to give it to the Republicans. Big tent. Big tent. Forgive my assent. I hate everybody. Okay.
I'm a big believer in free speech, and unfortunately, probably the most important speech to protect is hate speech.
You're not a fan of cancel culture?
No, I hate it. On both sides. It's like all the stuff that's going on with Charlie right now. These people are going out and saying stuff, and you're seeing people getting fired or kicked out of school.
You don't think they should be fired?
I think you're a disgusting human being if you're celebrating the death of another human being. But people make mistakes.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired of conservatives gaslighting about the current political environment and Donald Trump's rhetoric when all of this escalation can be traced back to his entrance into American politics. His claim to fame was saying that Obama wasn't born in America. He was the first presidential candidate to have his crowd chant, "Lock her up," about a political opponent. You can bring up the incident, even in the past few weeks, my home city of Chicago. He posted a photo of Chicago being invaded by the Department of War.
Yes, Danny White comes out against canceling people over repulsive Charlie's comment. I think you're a disgusting human being if you are celebrating the death of another human being. But people make mistakes and people are going to do dumb things. I don't like trying to destroy people's life over doing something dumb. Okay, that is right. That has always been what I see with conservatives on social media. They don't like seeing people being canceled. This is now in relation to what we saw with Jermaine. I've seen a lot of people saying this, and I believe you've seen that video at the beginning where B is saying something, but going contrary to Trump. That has always been a thing with this guy. I did the whole segment about him sitting down with...
That she's a humane, kind person by saying, I know my husband, a lot of people felt like they were harmed by his rhetoric, but I promise you he was a really good man who cared about everybody. I didn't expect her to say that, but I did walk away feeling like she in some way encouraged or helped draft some of his most hateful rhetoric. That's the energy I got from her. I also was hoping for a little bit of appreciation to all of us as taxpayers, because Donald Trump has been using our tax dollars to pay for everything. And her husband was not even he wasn't even in the military. But we paid to fly her around, to fly his body around. So I didn't I was hoping maybe she'd thank everybody for that kind of support, including liberals, because we're all paying for it. I was really hoping, because by the time she gave this speech, we knew a lot. This is a great time to remind everybody we're all American. We shouldn't be making accusations and threatening each other. But no, she gave the big, bold warning and dog whistle that the fight is going to get even more aggressive from the right. And she said, I'm going to fight the rest of my life to keep his legacy alive. And that we have no idea what we have done. Like he's some kind of Jesus figure hanging from the cross. Well, I am going to help keep his legacy alive. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he's not. I'm going to stand by the millions and millions of people who were victimized, traumatized by the influence of his homophobic rhetoric.
I put this clip so you can see what these people stand for. This lady is going viral on social media for these reasons. You can see the hate these people preach. People are struggling to forget this, but liberals will not stop. Bima had this segment the other day. This lady's clip was played. You can actually see her mind toward Charlie's wife on this video. Taking a look at CNN, there was this guy Scott defeated by just telling him, giving him facts about everything. This guy could not take advice from what Scott said. I was impressed watching this video from CNN. If you never saw that video, I'm going to show you, and please check if you have subscribed to the channel and try to turn on your notifications so when I drop a video, you will easily be notified.
And all of this escalation can be traced back to his entrance into American politics. His claim to fame was saying that Obama wasn't born in America. He was the first presidential candidate to have his crowd chant, "Lock her up," about a political opponent. You can bring up the insert. In the past few weeks, my home city of Chicago, he posted a photo of Chicago being invaded by the Department of War. So the broader point here is Donald Trump endlessly deflects and tries to blame it on the other side when he is the one responsible for amping up the tension in America. And I've spent all of my formative years throughout high school, throughout college, looking to the president, who I'm supposed to be able to look up to, and seeing somebody who's trying to place blame on the left, who's amping up the rhetoric constantly. And yeah, it's not good.
So you think it's Donald Trump's fault that a deranged leftist climbed up to the top of a building and shot once now, but twice in Texas?
I think it's Donald Trump's fault that America has gotten to this heated place. I think that
no responsibility for the radicalization on the left that's causing this violence.
29-year-old is radicalized by online communities and online algorithms. I'm not going to blame that directly on Trump, but he was caught in a lot of online video game algorithms and all these communities. Donald Trump,
but it's Trump's
10
fault.
years ago, Donald Trump amped up the tension in America. It's
so he
obvious.
ran 10 years ago, and this guy then 10 years later, somehow you're connecting. Can't you just take responsibility for it?
Oh,
he's on the left.
But let's not do the he has to take responsibility because he's a Democrat.
I'm a 22-year-old YouTuber. You want me to take more responsibility than the president of the United States?
I want you to understand.
I'm a 22-year-old YouTuber.
I want you to understand that we are in the middle of an epidemic of left-wing violence.
And maybe the president,
it's not Trump's fault
the president of the
that the
United
left is radicalized to the point of saying, we're done talking and we're going to start shooting.
Is Trump amping down the tensions?
Amping down the tensions?
Yeah, is he taking the tensions down? Is he trying to do that?
I think he's mad that
Scott is just putting out facts, and this guy still can't understand. I don't know why he's struggling to blame Trump here. It's insane. They can't own it. They can't accept it. For years, they are calling Trump this, that. He's a threat to democracy. He is this, he is that. That has always been a thing. If you are doing this, what do you put in the minds of people that are not okay, deranged people in the society, to look at Trump as someone that will destroy your life? Obviously, any person supporting him will be looked at with different eyes. That is a mindset liberals put in people, especially some of their base. So when I see him sitting here still struggling to deflect from the fact that a lot of these things are happening as a result of what they have done in the past, it makes me sad that they can't accept the truth.
Are the New Orleans Saints of political parties? What are we talking about? Trust the Dems or GOP more on the economy? Who leads on the economy? Republicans by 7. Immigration, Republicans by 13. How about crime? A big issue for Donald Trump and the Republicans. Look at that. Lead by 22 points.
I think if the election were reheld today, Donald Trump would win by the same, if not a bigger margin. I think we forget this country. How do you say that? Disagree with
Trump MAGA.
And it's slow. Listen, it's not happening at the moment.
Yeah. President Obama
is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look,
There are certain rules of free speech that we must all abide by. But in case anyone needs a refresher, we're going to go over the rules again.
He does not have a right to have a television show where he lies his ass off to the American people.
Well, there are repercussions to spreading lies.
Somebody to get up there, not
all the same people that are in these polite.
Disagree with what Gavin Newsom said, that he doesn't